Trigger warning. Ghosts, ghouls, and gruesome stuff ahead. It's weird, it's dark, it's your kind of vibe.
Welcome to Haunted and Homicidal, the podcast where true crime meets the paranormal. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Courtney. Every week we uncover the terrifying, the twisted, and the totally unexplainable. Lock your doors and grab your sage.
Because things are about to get haunted and homicidal. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Haunted and Homicidal.
What's up?
This week, or this episode, is going to be the haunted part, although we're not talking about ghosts. Well, at least not my story. It's not about ghosts.
Mine's kind of.
I mean, mine's kind of too, I guess. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it. I know you guys are probably still reeling from last week's episode, because I know I am.
My eyes still twitching.
So I am going to talk about the Wendigo or the Wendigo. I guess it just depends on how you feel like saying it. I like Wendigo. I like Wendigo. I don't know why. It just it rolls off the tongue smoother for me.
I don't know. I say it both ways.
But the Wendigo dates back to 1774 in England, and it was initially called the White Go.
The what?
The White Go.
What? Why did they?
They're English. I don't know. I don't know.
This is why they shouldn't name things.
But it is usually depicted as a malevolent supernatural creature in folklore of the Algonquin-speaking Native American tribes, particularly the Cree. They called it the Wittikau. I kind of like that better. The Ojibwa. They called it the Wendigo with two O's.
I don't think I like it with the two.
Proto-Algonquin word for Winnektwa, meaning owl. So they kind of just like adapted it from that initial word.
Did it look like an owl or something that they...
So sometimes people say it kind of resembles an owl. Yeah. So I think just in like the Algonquin tribe itself in that area, that's kind of what they related it to. Just like a really big owl.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Sometimes it's described as a spirit rather than like a physical presence. In Cree mythology, it is said that an evil spirit enters a person by biting him or her through a dream, and then the possessed person becomes cannibalistic and violent.
Biting?
Mm-hmm. Kind of like a vampire, but only in a dream. Like they're not physically there, but they bite you in your dream, and then you become a cannibal and violent in real life. Like you turn into this being.
But it's a spiritual...
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how they pass it once the human is the spirit. I guess once the human dies, the spirit leaves the body and goes into someone else's dream, like SpongeBob in that one episode where he's going in everybody's dream.
I don't think I remember that episode.
Yeah, he goes in everybody's dream.
I don't remember that episode.
Anyway, it is often described as a giant skeletal and emaciated being with a heart of ice, or sometimes entirely made of ice. So I guess maybe that's why the White Go was what it was called in England, because ice, maybe they just related it to the color white. Possibly.
Maybe, but okay.
It is said it can be up to 15 feet tall and may have...
Tall.
Yeah. Twice as tall as bitch boy Brian Pennell.
He was 6'5".
Yeah. They are said to have sharp yellow teeth and claws. Well, fangs, really. And claws.
They have what teeth?
Sharp yellow fangs.
You like combined the words, so that's not what I heard.
Oh.
It was like sharpener.
Sharpener. They had sharpener. Sharp yellow teeth or fangs and claws. Glowing red eyes. Their lips possibly missing because it's eaten them.
They ate their own lips?
Uh-huh. They may be hairless or have fur.
What?
And may have pointed ears, horns, or antlers like deer. So there's like a lot of different...
So they couldn't figure out what this thing actually looked like? It was like 10 different things?
It's all different. To whoever sees it, it's all different, yeah.
Okay.
They are believed to have exceptionally sharp eyesight, hearing, and sense of smell, as well as superior strength and speed. They are said to live in colder climates among the woodlands and lakes of Canada and the northern United States.
Canada.
Yeah. They are associated with winter, famine, and cannibalism, and often depicted as having an insatiable hunger for human flesh. Some anthropologists believe that the legend initially developed as a cautionary tale about the importance of community to guard against individual greed, selfish, and isolation. Yeah, I don't know. But it also may have served as a warning to children to not wander off too far in the woods.
No turning.
The Wendigo is going to get you.
No turning in Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah. It's often characterized as a creature with human-like characteristics who can possess human beings, causing its victims to have a feeling of insatiable hunger, the desire to eat other humans, and the propensity to commit murder. With or without consuming the body afterwards.
See, I just watched... What movie was I? Can't remember what movie me and my roommate were watching, but it had the Wendigo thingy, and it possessed the chick, and it literally just stared at her, and that's how it possessed it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Wendigo approach is signaled by a stench of rotting meat or decay, or a sudden unseasonable chill. I thought it initially said unseasoned chili, and I was like, what?
Yes, because it wants to cook.
It smells like unseasoned chili. Who the fuck wants that? I would be offended too.
Yeah, because you like your stuff seasoned.
Yeah, I was really confused. I literally wrote that.
You like it spicy.
I do. Well, I don't like chili spicy.
Okay, I don't like chili anyway, so I can't eat chili because the beans. Don't look at me like that.
Get out of my house.
I can't have beans. You give me beans, I get sick. Don't give me beans.
That's not good. In modern psychiatry, the disorder known as Wendigo psychosis is characterized by symptoms such as an intense craving for human flesh and fear of becoming a cannibal.
Wait, that's a real thing?
It's a real, yeah, it's
a
legitimate real thing. Yes.
Okay.
It is legitimate. It is often used to describe a culture-bound syndrome among Native and First Nations peoples whose symptoms included delusion of becoming possessed by an evil spirit, depression, violence, or a compulsion for human flesh, and in some cases, actual cannibalism. Rather than just wanting to eat somebody, they graduate and eat somebody. But it is, yes, it's real. It is a real thing.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah. In historical accounts of retroactively diagnosed Wendigo psychosis, which means they were initially diagnosed with something else or not diagnosed at all.
Yeah.
But looking back on the case files, they're like, okay, this is what it was. So they retroactively diagnosed it.
But the fact that they named it after the Wendigo.
Well, because of the Algonquin people, that's what they called it. So then when the scientists and the psychiatrists got involved, they were like, maybe it's not quite this, but because that was the initial name for it, they just kept it. But in those cases, it's been reported that humans became possessed by the Wendigo spirit after being in a situation of needing food and having no other choice besides cannibalism. So it was like cannibalism out of necessity. And so because of the stories that had been passed down for generations and generations and generations, these people felt like they were Wendigos because they had to resort to cannibalism, but only did so out of pure necessity.
Yeah.
It wasn't just waking up one day, I think I'm going to eat a guy today.
It was what a leg tastes like.
It was like, I'm 30 miles out from civilization. There is no food. It's the dead of winter, and all I have with me are my family. And one died, and we need to eat.
Yeah.
So that's kind of...
it tastes like chicken.
So I've heard, except when you're tattooed.
Yes, we learned. Yes.
Yeah. In many recorded cases of Wendigo psychosis, the individual has been killed to prevent cannibalism. Some Cree folklore recommends treatment by ingestion of fatty animal meats or drinking animal grease. Those treated may sometimes vomit ice as part of the curing process.
Ew.
I have a theory about that.
Ew.
I don't know if it's been researched. I didn't see anything about it, but if you put animal grease or fat or lard into something and it solidifies, what does it look like when it comes back out? It looks like big chunks of something that could be mistaken as ice. So I think maybe that's where they got that, especially if the treatment was drinking animal fat.
I don't know, because I've never really seen any of that.
Really? Okay. Well, yeah. So like when lard or animal fat solidifies, it could look like icicles. It's not going to be, depending on what it is, it's not going to be clear because lard is usually yellow. But I'm sure in some instances it could look like ice. So that makes sense to me anyway. Okay, yeah, that's my theory. Okay. I could be totally fucking wrong. I don't know, but that's just my theory. And an understanding, in an attempt to understand why they thought this way. Yeah. That would be my theory, and that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Plains Cree trapper from Alberta named Swift Runner during the winter of, he's Native American. They had names like that.
I know.
Yeah. During the winter of 1878, Swift Runner and his family were starving, and his eldest son died 25 miles away from the emergency food supply at the Hudson Bay Company post. So during that time, winters were really rough.
Yeah.
And they had a post for people to come and get supplies. They were 25 miles away from this post when her son died. So they were really far out, emergency situation thing, right?
Yeah.
Swift Runner ultimately butchered and ate his wife and 5 remaining children. Given that he resorted to cannibalism so near to food supplies, I don't know how.
Wait. They all died? I thought you just said his son just died.
And then he killed his wife and kids and ate them.
He couldn't have just killed the one kid that died? He had to kill everybody else?
Yeah. Because he was a Wendigo, and that's what they do. They kill people to eat them. Yeah. But they said that he was so near to food supplies, he was 25 miles from food. 25 miles.
How is that so near?
Walking.
How is that so near?
It's not.
So they can't say, that's near. No. Yeah. You try walking 25 miles.
Yeah. But because he was so near to food supplies and that he killed and consumed the remains of all those present, it was revealed that Swift Runner was not a case of pure cannibalism as a last result to avoid starvation, but rather of a man with Wendigo psychosis. He eventually confessed and was executed by authorities at Fort Saskatchewan. I love that word. One of my favorite fucking words ever is Saskatchewan.
My ass twitching.
Yep. Another Jack Fiddler, an OG Cree chief and medicine man, was known for his powers of defeating Wendigos.
His power?
In some cases, this entailed killing people with Wendigo psychosis. As a result, in 1907, Fiddler and his brother Joseph were arrested by Canadian authorities for homicide.
Good.
Jack committed suicide, but Joseph was tried and sentenced to life in prison. He ultimately was granted a pardon, but died 3 days later in jail before receiving news of the pardon.
Sucks to suck.
Some metal, vitamin, and oligo elements, which is oligo elements. I don't know, but it's basically chemical or trace elements. Deficiencies are linked to psychosis-like conditions, and Wendigos could have been like the folk elaboration of some near-starvation mental disorders. So, like back in the day, they were just trying to find a reason for something, and that's what they knew. That's all they knew. So that's what they labeled it as, like a cause effect kind of thing. They didn't know about mental disorders back in the day, but people had psychosis forever, but there was not really, there wasn't like a diagnosis back then. So they think that's kind of where some of this came into play.
Okay.
Basil S. Johnson, an Ojibwa teacher and scholar from Ontario, Canada, describes a Wendigo. He says, quote unquote, the Wendigo was gaunt to the point of emaciation, its desiccated skin pulled tightly over its bones, with its bones pushing out against what skin it did have, its complexion the ash gray of death, and its eyes pushed back deep into their sockets. The Wendigo looked like a gaunt skeleton recently disinterred from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody, unclean and suffering from suppuration of flesh. The Wendigo gave off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomp and death and corruption.
Ew.
Yucky.
Ew.
Yeah. In Ojibwa, Eastern Cree, West Main Swampy Cree, Naskapi, and Innu lore, Wendigos are often described as giants that are many times larger than human beings, a characteristic absent from Algonquin myths.
I mean, they are 15 feet tall, you said, right?
In some, yeah, but the Algonquin myths, was she knocking at the door? Come on, baby. Hi, honey. Hi.
Nisha.
Hi. Did you out there with Daddy? I don't have anything.
You ate all the chips, ma'am.
There's a whole bag right there.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her that. She don't know that. Hi, Mish.
In some myths, whenever a Wendigo ate another person, it would grow in proportion to the meal it had just eaten, so it could never be full. Therefore, when Wendigos are portrayed as simultaneously gluttonous and extremely thin due to starvation. So
but they grow when they eat.
When it ate a person, it would grow that amount, which is why it ended up being like really, really big. I don't know.
Okay.
I would think they'd be like over 100 fucking feet, but that's part of the lore. Wendigos do not lose the human's power of cognition or speech and may clearly communicate with its victims or even threaten and taunt them.
Hee hee, I'm gonna kill you. Hee hee hee.
It is often said to mimic the voices of loved ones to lure its prey.
Lauren.
So that is one of the episodes of Supernatural I did watch. It was like the first, second, third episode.
Something like that, yeah.
The Wendigo was mimicking people's screams and cries, and that's what lured Sam and Dean to where they were.
Yes.
Yeah. So that checks. Now, hello?
Okay.
In 1636, a report by Paul Lejeune, a French Jesuit missionary living among the Algonquin people in what is now New Quebec, described a woman who warns of an action that had eaten some tribal members nearby and that, quote unquote, would get a great many more of them if he were not called elsewhere.
So she pretty much said, get the fuck out or you're going to get eaten.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, she said, he's going to eat you if you don't leave. Okay, bye.
Like, we don't need you. Go away.
Yep. Lottie Chickasaw Morrison, an ethnographer of Chippewas of Roma First Nations, claims that Wendigos often exhibit the use of tools, the ability to survive partial dismemberment, and auto-cannibalism. And she quotes, "One time long ago, a big Wendigo stole an Indian boy, but the boy was too thin. So the Wendigo didn't eat him right away. But he traveled with the boy, waiting for him to get fat. The Wendigo had a knife and he'd cut the boy on the hand to see if he was fat enough to eat, but the boy never got fat because they traveled too much." Ask your question.
What?
Yeah. Yep. So basically, like, the Wendigo was constantly feeding the boy, but because they traveled so much, the boy never got fat. And they only eat humans who have meat on their bones, chunky
You never
humans.
see this shit in the movies.
Yeah. So one day they came to an Indian village, and the Wendigo sent the boy inside of the village to get some things for him to eat. He just gave the boy so much time to go there and back. Like, you know, you only got a certain amount of time before I freak out.
I would not have came back. I would be like,
well,
nope.
The boy told the Indians about the Wendigo and that it was near, and he showed them his hand where the Wendigo had cut him to see if he was fat enough to eat. They heard the Wendigo calling to the boy. He said to the boy, "Hurry up, don't tell lies to those Indians." All of the Indians went to where the Wendigo had been hiding out and cut off his legs. They went back again to see if he was dead. He wasn't dead. Instead, they found him sucking the bone marrow from inside of the bones of his legs that were cut off. I just gagged.
That's a whole. I got shivers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
The Indians asked the Wendigo if there was any fat on any of them, and he said, "You bet there is. I have eaten lots of Indians. No wonder they're fat."
Why are they gonna ask if they're fat?
I don't know. I think they were taunting him like, "Hey, am I fat? You can't even eat me."
I'd watch it because I keep coming grab your ass.
Yeah, and the Wendigo's like, "Hell yeah, you're fat. The fuck?" Oh, God. The Indians then killed him and cut him into pieces, and that was the end of the Great Wendigo. That was like one story.
Is it though? Was it though? Was it though?
What was the end of that story? But in some other traditions, humans overpowered by greed can turn into Wendigos. So, like, there's different ways to become a Wendigo. This is another one. Others say Wendigos were created when humans resorted to cannibalism to survive. Humans can also turn into Wendigos by being in contact with one for too long.
Huh?
Yep. Just by being around a Wendigo. Even if you don't know it's there, if you're just near it for long enough, you can turn into one. So it's like
Skinny Boy could have turned into one.
Mm-hmm, he could have. Well, in theory, the legend with them was different. So it's like each group community has their own version of what happens and how it happens. So in that particular one, that wouldn't have been just the being in contact. It's probably the one where he would have been bitten or something. There were Wendigo ceremonies during the times of famine, and I am absolutely going to fuck this word up, okay? There were no pronunciations online for it, and I'm going to do my best.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
It looks just like a bunch of letters. That word right there.
Wendigo Kanzemoen.
What she said. So, during famine, it was called the Wendigo Kanzemoen. And it was to reinforce the seriousness of the Wendigo. It involved wearing masks and dancing around a drum. So, like a drum circle.
Yeah.
But because they believed that during this time, during famine, when people would resort to cannibalism, they felt it necessary to remind people of the Wendigo to kind of deter them from eating other people. I guess. I mean, that makes sense.
How well did that work, though?
Well, since there were still Wendigos, I don't think well. A shaman may have been the only person who can subdue and destroy a Wendigo using either silver, steel, or an iron bullet or dagger, so kind of like a werewolf. Some legends claim that the Wendigo's heart must be cut out and melted or burned in a fire before its spirit is truly vanquished. So if you miss that step, it's just going to go into somebody else.
Well.
Yeah. So now we're going to get into some of the many things that the Wendigo has appeared in. In books, the 1983 The Wilderness Hunter, President Theodore Roosevelt actually included a story. It was called a goblin story about a bear-like beast that stalks the camp of two hunters, leaving only one to survive. And many believe this creature to be the Wendigo.
Wait, like he wrote that?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yep, he wrote that. In 1910, a novella by Algernon Blackwood called The Wendigo. 1933 horror fiction by August Derleth, The Thing That Walked on Wind. And the 1941 book Ithaca by the same person. A 1959 short story by Thomas Pynchon, Mortality and Mercy in Vienna. In 1973, a character inspired by the Wendigo appeared in American comic books published by Marvel. This appeared in Incredible Hulk number 162, April of 1973, and then again in an October 1974 version. A 1984 poem by Louise Erdrich tells of a man trapped inside of a Wendigo who abducts a young girl, who in turn releases his spirit. In 1995, a novel by Linda K. Hogan called Solar Storms. And in 2012, a novel called The Roundhouse. It centers on an Ojibwa boy in North Dakota seeking justice after his mother is raped. He uses a Wendigo legend to explore views of retribution and justice among the boy's tribe versus those of the U.S. government. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff about Wendigos. TV and movies. In 1999, Dark Was the Night, Ravenous. 2013, The Lone Ranger. 2021, Antlers was about a Wendigo.
I did watch Antlers.
I haven't seen that. 2021 also called The Inhuman. Fear Itself on NBC. Obviously Supernatural, which we've already mentioned. The X-Files and Haven that was on Sci-Fi or Sci-Fi.
Oh, I love me some Haven. I'm rewatching that right now on Prime.
Well, it's got Wendigos in it apparently.
It does actually, but not them.
They're different, yeah. And then video games, 2015's Until Dawn, 2018's Fallout 76, and 2018 Dusk. This is just a small portion because there were literal hundreds, and I just picked some.
You should watch Haven, though. It's good.
Maybe. And now there are some controversies about Wendigos. Scholar Francesca Amy Johnson characterized the use of an antagonist horror character in popular culture in her journal research, Reinvention, an international journal of undergraduate research. She noted that many popular depictions are created by mostly non-native writers, so white people. Yeah. The use of the Wendigo as an antagonist has become a common trope, quote unquote, as it easily creates a villain for white protagonists to defeat repeatedly. So, misappropriation, big time.
Alrighty then.
This construction is problematic in a horror genre as it presents an indigenous antagonist that poses a threat to white culture for its otherness and indigeneity, while at the same time misappropriating, discarding, and demonizing the indigenous culture the myth comes from at whim. So basically she's saying all this popular culture stuff is written by non-native people, by white people, to capitalize on the myths and theories and lore of the Algonquin and other native people. Yeah. But that's all I have on the Wendigo. So, be careful. Don't eat people. You'll turn into a Wendigo. Or eat people. I can't tell you what to do. I don't know.
Just don't do any of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's murder, so don't do that. But if you happen to, you might be a Wendigo.
Lauren's not going to like mine because it's about clowns.
No, thank you.
So, I'm doing the Clown Motel.
I'm tuning out now. Bye.
Hey, bitch, you're not tuning out. You have to listen like everybody else.
I don't want to.
You have to. I know you don't like clowns,
I'm
but
gonna have nightmares.
Okay, this is the one place we are not going to go visit.
No.
So if y'all want to go visit yourselves because we're not doing it for you.
Nope.
Because you can still stay at this place.
No, thank you.
And so in order to understand the Clown Motel, I have to start from the very, very beginning.
It's usually a good place to start.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to start from the end and work my way back, so it doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Yeah. You do that sometimes, yeah. So the Clown Motel is built in Tonopah, and so Tonopah is in Nevada, and so it owns its existence to a wayward donkey that decided to go AWOL in the middle of the night.
What?
This donkey decided he's like, ooh, I'm gonna go on a midnight adventure.
And then the Clown Motel was born.
I said we got started at the very beginning, ma'am.
I'm confused.
You're always confused.
Mm-hmm.
And you have no patience. You're gonna ask me what every freaking time.
Yes.
Okay. So he was owned by prospector Jim Butler. So he went to go look for his donkey.
Mm-hmm.
And he found it in a shelter in a rock outcropping where he ended up picking up a rock. And when he picked up the rock, he noticed it was extremely heavy for its size. And he broke it apart and everything. And found out that the rock came from the second richest silver strike in Nevada's history.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, I did write where it was from. I can't read. And so because of that, he originally leased out his claims and collected royalties. Multiple mining companies were set up, including the Belmont Mining Company, founded in 1902. And Tonopah grew into a thriving mining company.
Okay, so the donkey escaped prior to 1902? I don't think you said when he initially escaped.
It didn't say. We just said that.
But this was prior to this part?
Yes.
Okay, so it was like 1800s?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the donkey was like, I'm going to go on an adventure. And then...
Yeah, it's a donkey.
Yeah, and then his owner found silver.
Okay.
And so he had to build
and I hope he took fucking care of that donkey after that, because that's a good ass luck charm right there.
He better did.
Yeah.
So they have the Tonopah Cemetery they built right beside the town.
Mm-hmm.
And it was founded in 1901, but it closed 10 years later.
Okay.
So among those that are buried are victims of the plague, the Belmont mine fire, which I will explain all this in a second.
Okay.
So don't ask me what, because I know you're going to ask me. And Sheriff Thomas Logan, who was shot while trying to save others in a local brothel.
Did it say why the cemetery closed? Was it full?
Yes.
It was full?
It was full, and they just...
Yeah, I mean, they have to close it when it's full.
Yeah, they had, no more room.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know if it was like because it was full or there just wasn't no undertakers left to take care of it.
Yeah, no, it was full, and then because of where it like is, because it was like kind of like on the mountain side, kind of. So like where it wasn't really good anymore to bury bodies.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. And then George Davis, who was also known as the Devil, was the first African American man in Tonopah. He murdered his wife. He was murdered by his wife, who shot him in the back. Yes. Don't look at me like that. What?
Why was he called the Devil?
It doesn't say. It just says.
Was it because he was the first black man in that area?
Because he abused his wife, I guess. It didn't say. It just says George.
I mean, okay, and then she shot him, so I'm understanding that now.
Yeah, and then she only served a prison sentence of only 1 year.
Okay. Go her.
Yeah, go her. And also among the graves is Bina Veralt of New York, who made national headlines after her and her friend made a pact to become wealthy, and they collected clothes and jewelry that, for today's value, is over $2.5 million from men they seduced.
They didn't collect shit. They stole it.
Yes.
Okay.
And Bina went on a run and ended up in Tonopah, where she died of alcoholism.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, no, she said, I'll do it. So then 1905, they had the Tonopah Plague, a terrible disease that swept through. It started out as chest pains, and it would lead to death within a number of hours.
Oh.
And when they did dissections, they found out the livers were completely black and hard like stone.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Within hours?
Within hours.
Oh, wow.
So, and the cause of death was accepted to be pneumonia caused by poor sanitation. They had 66 deaths in 7 months.
That sounds a lot like dysentery.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
And then the Belmont Mine Fire, which is a big one. The early hours of February 23rd, 1911, a fire was identified deep in the Belmont Mine at the 1,001... Wait, what did I put? I put that twice. 166-foot level. And it was noted around 5:50 a.m. And after about an hour of searching for it, they noticed the fire burning. Some timber had been piled near the bottom of the shaft, and a small lit candle was thought to be the blame for the fire.
Also, it's completely accidental.
Yes, so it was accidental. And when it was first discovered, the superintendent of the time told everyone to go to work since the fire was in a separate location.
Okay.
Yeah, he said just ignore the fire.
OSHA? Anybody?
I know, right?
Polo, are you there?
Most of the miners protested, but the threat of being fired was enough to push them deep into the mines that day.
Oh, God.
After a few hours, the superintendent noticed that the flames were spreading quickly, and men were told to withdraw everyone from the mines except for those actively fighting the fire. Men were scattered all over, untrained, and disobeyed orders. This resulted in many of them being trapped within the mine and in the midst of the smoke and flames. So, due to the mine setup, a reversal of air currents through the mine spread the blaze faster than they were able to escape. So, 14 of those men who died are now buried in the cemetery.
Okay, so nobody died until they were, like, quote-unquote, working. Like, the fire started the night prior, but in the morning, the guy was like, hey, it's in a different area, go ahead and go to work, and then people started dying. Is that
pretty much
right? Okay.
Pretty much.
I just didn't know if people died, like, initially.
No, it wasn't until the fire got worse when they were all trying to, like, escape, but because of how scattered everyone was and everyone's like freaking out.
It wasn't until the manager said, fuck your life, I need my money.
That's when people started dying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legit.
And William F. Murphy, who was also known as Big Bill, he was among the men who volunteered to go down and load up the miners. He went down He went down 2 times, and then when he went down and he was determined to go down the 3rd time. So when he went down the 3rd time, it took a little longer for the cage to return to the surface, and when it finally did, Bill was not on it.
Oh, no.
One of the men who was semi-conscious said someone had fallen out of the cage on its way up.
Oh.
They all, like, everyone knew it was Bill.
Yeah, I mean, it would have had to have been if they were the only ones down there, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, being exhausted and, like, and all the smoke that he inhaled, they knew it was him.
That's sad.
And his last known words were, well, boys, I've made 2 trips and I'm nearly all in, but I'll try again.
Oh.
So in total, 17 men lost their lives that day, including 28-year-old Bill, whose grave in Tonopah Cemetery reads died while saving others. They have a monument of him standing outside the post office. And there's also a mural depicting his funeral procession on the side of A Bar L Western store.
They fucking better. That man's a hero.
And then this is now how the hotel's going to come into this.
Okay.
Over the years, there were many fires, and Clarence David died in the Belmont Mine Fire of 1942, so the second mine fire they had.
Okay, there were two.
There was two, and so Clarence David died in the second one, and he was buried in a cemetery, and he happened to have a clown collection.
No, thank you.
And his children, Leona and Leroy, opened a motel next to the cemetery where their beloved father was buried.
No.
So they could be close to him.
No.
And they displayed all 150 of their father's clown collection.
Incorrect. Burn it to the fucking ground immediately.
Yeah, they're like, oh, let's build a hotel right beside where our dad's buried.
No.
And let's display his clowns.
No.
And in 1995, Bob and Deborah Perchetti bought the motel. And a mild-mannered and benevolent gentleman, Bob's dedication and passion to his hometown shone to all the guests who passed through the motel, and took time to mention what a great host he was when leaving their reviews. They absolutely loved him.
Okay, well, that's good, I guess.
And then, so, because it was with him that when Ghost Adventures went.
Zach Picklebites.
Will you have it?
No, it's his name, his legal birthright name. That I gave him. Well, Em and Christine gave it to him, but I took it.
Because he was in charge of the motel when Zach and the Ghost Adventures crew came through to film an episode. And they caught a visual sighting of a dark silhouette, a voice heard saying, hello, it turned on. And
wait, the voice said hello, it turned on, or just hello?
Yeah, he was using a spirit box, and when it turned on, it said,
hello, it turned on.
Yeah,
okay.
To let them know it turned on.
Oh,
yeah.
Well... Yeah. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
And the most famously part of the whole episode was the hand, because there's a large clown that sits in the corner.
No.
That sits in a chair.
Nope.
The hand was sitting on his leg.
Absolutely the fuck not.
The hand moved
off
its leg.
Oh. Nope.
Yep. Yep.
I have goosebumps. Absolutely the fuck not.
And it was after the episode that Bob said things really started to take off, with people from all over the world donating their clowns and booking their store to see the spooky motel for themselves.
People are donating clowns.
Yeah,
Why do people have clowns?
Wait till you see how. Wait till you hear how many clowns they have now.
No.
So, also in 2015, writer Christopher Sabella started a Kickstarter to fund a month-long stay in the motel to experience the supernatural for himself.
No, why?
And he wrote a comic book about his experience.
Please stop.
And he checked in on September 30th.
No.
And was there for 30 days.
No.
And we will put the...
No, we won't.
The link to his comic book if you want it. It's only $5 for the digital copy. No. And it's for his 30 days of the stay at the motel and what happened during his stay.
No.
You just don't...
No, I don't like this episode at all. I'm very stressed out right now.
She hates clowns. And in 2016, Joseph Kelly directs a short film called The Clown Motel.
Never watching that.
With people stranded in the middle of nowhere, a group of young people seek refuge at the motel, but they unwittingly unleash an evil clown spirit.
See? No. Fuck no.
And then after that, more than 20 years of looking after the motel, Bob and his wife decided it's time to retire.
Yeah.
And enjoy some free time with their 5 daughters, 3 sons, and 14 grandchildren.
Oh my goodness. Those were very busy people.
Very, very busy. And so the Clown Motel goes up for sale with an asking price of $900,000 and the strict condition that the new owners must keep the motel running and look after the clown collection. Don't look at me like that.
I'd have paid 1.5 just to burn it the fuck down.
You would have. And in 2019, Joseph Kelly returns to film a second movie.
No.
Called Clown Motel Spirits Arise.
No, it's a portal to hell.
Which a group of ghost hunters encounter a group of Las Vegas partygoers at the Clown Motel, where the ghosts of clowns turn everyone's stay into a violent nightmare.
No.
She's struggling, y'all. She's struggling.
I don't like any part of this.
I'm almost done. It's okay. I'm almost done. Don't look at me like that.
I don't like it.
And then in 2019, it was purchased by the Mahar family from Las Vegas, who are experienced hoteliers with a wealth of experience from around the globe. They're both dedicated and passionate about preserving the iconic Clown Motel and growing the world-famous clown collection.
Okay, so the people who bought it for the 900, they're the people who bought it for the 900,000?
Yes.
Okay.
And they have invested a lot of time and effort in improving the facilities and renovating the rooms. And they have many plans for the bright future of the motel to honor its legacy, so that it may preserve for generations to come.
No, thank you.
And of course, it was named America's Scariest Motel due to its clown theme and proximity to the old cemetery. And with people from all over the world sending their clowns, the collection is currently over 5,000 clowns.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Visitors to the motel swear that it's haunted.
Yeah.
Legend states that the clown statues act as vessels for the miners' ghosts. They possess the dolls and come to life.
No. No.
Apparitions.
I'm gonna cry. No. I'm straight up not having a good time right now, okay? No.
Apparitions have been seen walking to and from the graveyard, and disembodied voices have been heard saying, "We mined and we died that day."
I would be okay with that. Like, I would be 100 okay with seeing the spirit of a miner walking around. Not in a fucking clown body. I would drop kick that bitch so fucking quick. Absolutely the fuck not.
And if you go back far enough in history, the Pueblo Native Americans used to dress in clown-like costumes, releasing their own personalities and welcoming possessions of nearby spirits.
No, why? What? I'm really stressed out right now.
She's not having a good time.
Oh.
Perhaps clowns with their identities ever-changing allow for portals into the spirit world. Even the motel's owner tells that he hears footsteps and knocking from unoccupied rooms.
Literally just said portal to hell.
Yes. Apparitions of a man have been seen leaving the cemetery and walking around the property at all hours of the day. And when one of the previous owners attempted to make contact, he froze and promptly vanished.
He's like, oh.
He said, "Don't talk to me, bitch. I'm leaving.
You can see me? Shit."
And you're not gonna like this part.
No, God. I don't like any of this. I like zero of it.
Even more clowns themselves have been seen leaving the cemetery, balloons and all. And the cemetery isn't the only place where ghosts have been seen. The motel itself is host to a few spirits as well. Room 108 is considered one. Don't look at me like that. It's one of the most active spots in the motel. Visitors reporting disembodied voices, moving items, things going missing, all thanks to a spirit that has been called the Trickster. The spirit is seen coming from the cemetery, taking the form of a clown to mess around with visitors to the motel. Other guests have reported seeing a nearly 7-foot tall clown standing.
Fuck that. I am done. I quit. There is no more podcast.
Standing at the foot of their bed while they wake up in a cold sweat.
No!
Some visitors report nothing during their stay, while others refuse to come back inside to get their belongings.
I refuse to ever think about this again.
Many ghost investigation teams have visited the cemetery as well as the motel, finding themselves in a strange and otherworldly environment. Shadow figures are commonplace, and the area continues to be rich with history and sleeping with spirits. I'm dead. Don't look at me like that.
Fuck all of that. No, I've only heard of it. I thought maybe the clowns were just there, like the dolls. I didn't think the fucking clowns were possessed or that there was a 7-foot motherfucker at the end of the bed. Do you know how much shit I would shit if I saw that at the end of my bed at any fucking point? I would be deceased right that second. Open my eyes and close them, and I would be deceased.
You're the one that gave it to me, so
I don't like it.
It's your own fault.
I need to find out what you're terrified of and do a fucking story on it. Because I don't like it. I'm okay with the Cannibal and Wendigo. I'm okay with fucking black-eyed kids. I'm okay with spirits and no. No. A clown leaving a cemetery with balloons? No.
I said, I'm going to bring joy.
There is no joy right now. Only depression. Okay? I am not doing okay.
You don't look okay.
I'm not okay. I am not okay. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
She's crying, guys.
I don't like it. I am stressed. I'm really stressed. I don't like it at all. Like, this is like a serious fucking fear. I'm going to have nightmares tonight of a 7-foot tall clown at the end of my bed. And I'm going to drop my husband awake. and I should probably warn him.
You probably should.
I'm gonna warn him real quick that he might die tonight. I don't know.
Be like, hey honey,
I'm real stressed.
I might kick you out the bed tonight.
I'm really stressed out. Okay, you might die tonight.
Oh, I thought Misha would
okay,
have
thanks. Love you. Bye.
You're going to protect your mom tonight, Misha.
I don't like it. No more clown stuff. If I gave you any more clown stuff, just cross it out.
I think that's the only clown thing you gave me.
I can't do it.
Well, let me double check. Did he say why?
Yeah. Hold on.
Zach doesn't do clowns either, so watching him doing this during this episode of Ghost Adventures, because he hates clowns too. Like, he doesn't do dolls or clowns.
Oh, me neither. I fucking hate dolls.
He doesn't do them.
Doll. I would not. Okay,
So
I probably sound like a bad mom, but I would not let my daughter have dolls when she was younger, because the one fucking time I did it was one of the animatronic ones and the batteries died and its eyes were half closed.
Why did you go and do that?
Well, I didn't give it to her. It was given to her by her grandmother, her paternal grandmother. And I was like, okay, maybe it doesn't look that creepy, but then its eyes were stuck like this. I have a fucking picture of it, and I sent it to my ex-sister-in-law, and I'm like, this is fucking why. Come get this demon out of my house. I told him he might die tonight, and he said, why? Do you have gas?
And I was
like, no, she told a clown story about a 7-foot tall clown at the end of the bed, and if I see it in my nightmares, I'm swinging. And he said, well, I swing back. Equal rights with equal fights. But I might die tonight. I don't know. I will be deceased if I have. Oh God, it's gonna be like.
Well, because when the hand moved, Zach was in that room. No. And he booked it. He said, nope.
Yeah, I would fucking leave. Fuck this show. Fuck this place. I'm out. Like, podcast is over. I'm done. No more.
Because he doesn't do it. He doesn't do them either.
No. No clowns, no dolls. I am freaked the fuck out by that shit.
Well, then don't go to the island of dolls either, then.
I fucking won't. I'm not a fan. I'm really stressed out right now. I don't even think cheeseburger soup is going to make me feel better.
She's not okay, guys.
I'm not okay at all. But I'm going to try to close this episode out because I'm freaking the fuck out. That was our stories for today. Hopefully never again.
That's the last clown story, I promise.
I am not going to recover. Check back with me.
So if you have clown stories, please don't send them, because Lauren's not.
You will, because y'all are assholes, I'm sure. But and I have to read this shit.
Lauren's not going to cover them.
It's not happening. Sorry.
They're not
Love you
covered.
guys, but absolutely the fuck not.
Because she will be under the desk crying if you send any more.
I will leave.
She said.
I will move to Mexico. I don't even care.
That's where the island of dolls is.
No, then I will move to France.
What?
I don't know. Although they have mimes there.
Yeah, they have mimes there, so you're not any good either way.
I will move to Canada. Yeah, I'll go there.
I'm pretty sure they have stuff too.
Bears. The Wendigo. I'll go hang out with the Wendigo.
There you go.
I'll make him eat clowns.
You can go hang out with the Wendigo.
I will make him eat clowns. I'll be like, hey, clowns are fat. Go eat the fat clown.
How were you able to watch American Horror Story with the circus episode then?
Because there's not a whole lot of clowns. And I usually just...
Oh, you covered your eyes when he showed up.
Stressful. Anyway, follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/haunted and homicidal. We do have a Patreon where we would love your support. There are several tiers. The Crypt Keeper is, of course, our favorite.
Yes.
Lots of neat goodies and stuff going out. We're waiting to kind of do that stuff until we get more subscribers, but it will be coming. If you guys do have any Patreon.com/haunted and homicidal.
There you go.
If you guys do have any stories you want to share or any kind of suggestions of
clowns.
stuff that you would like to hear, not clowns because it's not happening, warning you now. You can email them to us at hauntedandhomicidal@gmail.com. But that is all for now, and we will check in with you guys next week.
If Lauren's still alive.
I am going to be deceased if I see a 7-foot tall clown at the end of my bed tonight. Okay, bye.
Adios.